everybody. This is Mayank Maria. I'm a Vice President at Everest Group's Engineering Services team. Uh, I'm here today to announce the launch of the Engineering Service Provider of the Year Awards. This, by the way, is the second edition of these awards. In case you want to refer to the previous edition, feel free to click on the link that would be flashing on the screen right now. So engineering service providers, right, they are gaining increasing prominence in how the world does engineering, right? The kind of skill sets at scale that they're able to offer to their clients, the domain expertise that they bring to the table, and in addition, their investments in IP and partnerships, right? All of that has led to these providers becoming indispensable to the enterprises, right? And numbers speak to what I'm just saying. If you look at the last 1 or 2 years, we've seen engineering services outsourcing grow at nearly 11 to 12%. Even in the current economic scenario, these service providers are helping their clients with greater nearshoring, greater offshoring, essentially helping them optimize their engineering spending. So they continue to be very relevant. And as a result, we expect outsourcing to grow at a healthy about 10% rate even in 2023. Now, we at Everest Group, we conduct a lot of service provider assessments using our proprietary Peak Metrics framework, which assesses service providers on two dimensions, the vision and capability dimension and the market impact dimension. In the engineering services space, we conducted these assessments for five very prominent areas that we believe will continue to be relevant and growth areas over the next 4 to 5 years. So what we thought was that, in addition to giving out results for these individual assessments, to also bring in an aggregated view for our readers. And that's what we've done and achieved in the Engineering Service Provider of the Year Awards. So essentially, the positioning that different companies got across these peak matrix assessments, we've aggregated them, allocated them some scores, and the aggregated score is used to give a certain ranking to every service provider. So let's move forward. Let's review the results, and these would be visible on your screen now. Let me share some of my own observations on these results. So first one, very interestingly, 13 of the 15 providers that feature here as top 15, they are broad-based service providers. So essentially providers that not only do engineering, but a whole lot other activities as well, right? So that's interesting. And, the service providers, they've been seeing a lot of value in the engineering services space, the kind of growth that it has been offering, that has been commendable. And hence, a lot of providers have made a play for the space, making dedicated investments, having dedicated BUs and leaders to chase opportunity around the space. Even the top rank is held at a tie by two broad-based players. So HCL and TCS are both very worthy players across the areas that we conducted assessments. So they, by the way, featured as leaders on all the assessments that we did. And by means of their IP investments, their partnerships, the talent investments, delivery investments, lab investments, right? All of that has enabled them to really attain those leadership positions across these assessments. There are also some new entrants to the list this time around. So companies like Global Logic, Mindtree, EPAM, and Globant. Again, all of them being broad-based players, right? So these companies have a fairly strong play in specific segments, particularly around software product engineering services. And that is where we've recognized them as strong contenders. We also see companies like LTTS and Harman. So these are the pure play engineering service providers. So these companies are also making strides in specific segments that they've laid their bets on. So segments like automotive engineering or 5G engineering, right? We've seen them make significant movement year on year in terms of both the investments that they made and the kind of traction that they're seeing in the market. We have also recognized some players as challengers. So essentially, enterprises can view them as alternatives to the top companies in the engineering services space. Again, these tend to focus on some niche areas, but are very consistent in making investments in enhancing their capabilities around those areas. So that's largely what I wanted to share today. I am very happy to get connected offline as well, should anybody want to discuss this in greater detail. Of course, the results, the detailed list will be available to you at the link that would be flashing on my screen now.